In their hearts, women think that it is men's business to earn money and theirs to spend it. Arthur Schopenhauer. Love isn't your savior, it's your executioner. You thought her voice was a melody, her touch a lifeline. But Schopenhauer, the philosopher who carved through life's lies, called it a noose. Not her doing, not even yours. Nature's. Picture a man slumped in a dim room, his phone glowing with her last message, unread, unanswered. The silence isn't just quiet. It's a blade poised, waiting to cut. He thought he was running toward her heart. He was sprinting into chains. Schopenhauer didn't see love as a dream. He saw it as a weapon forged by the will, life's blind, insatiable force. Women in his eyes aren't your partners. They're the bait, their charm a mask for nature's agenda to bind you, break you and keep the species grinding on. You're not the knight, you're the sacrifice. This isn't a place for fairy tales or soft words. Here we name pain, we tear it open, tear it, we watch it bleed. Subscribe not to escape the hurt, but to face it head on. You fell hard. Her laugh lit up your world, her glance felt like fate. You thought you'd found meaning. Schopenhauer laughs at meaning. Love, he said, is a lie, a trick to keep you tethered to suffering. Your racing heart wasn't poetry. It was biology, raw and mechanical. Nature doesn't give a damn about your dreams. It wants your genes to march forward, even if it means dragging you through hell. Her beauty. A hook sharpened by evolution to reel you in. You thought she was your mirror showing you a better self. She was a maze twisting your thoughts until you couldn't see straight. Every whisper, every touch scrambled your logic. Her smile wasn't a gift, it was a leash pulling you deeper into chaos. You didn't just love her, you worshipped her. You knelt thinking you'd found salvation. But you were praying to the will, a force that feeds on your craving and spits out your soul. Love wasn't your light, it was your blindness. What if love was never the cure, only the test? Did you pass, or did you crumble? Her eyes weren't a home. They were a storm swallowing your clarity. You told yourself she was different. You built her a throne in your mind, crowned her, your purpose. But Schopenhauer's truth is merciless. The fire in your chest wasn't divine. It was nature's hand tightening its grip, ensuring you'd chase her until you broke. The storm didn't break you. It bent you. You thought you chose her. You were chosen by instincts older than reason. Her warmth felt like safety, her silence like a puzzle you could solve. You were wrong. That pull toward her wasn't unique. It was a script etched into your DNA to keep the species alive. Her softness, a signal to mate, not a bond to cherish. Nature wired you to fall, and she was the perfect trigger. You betrayed yourself chasing her approval. Her silence didn't feel empty. It felt calculated, a weight that bent your will. You started questioning your worth, your strength, your very existence, all to fit her frame. You thought she was your missing piece, your soul's twin. She was a phantom, a lie the will conjured to keep you chained. Your heart wasn't soaring, it was sinking, mortgaged to an illusion that never cared for your peace. Did she ever love you? Or just love what you gave up to keep her? When did you stop being yourself to become hers? Her voice wasn't a song. It was a leash, soft but unbreakable. You started changing small compromises at first, then bigger ones. You ignored your ambitions, softened your edges, all to keep her close. But the closer you got, the further you drifted from the man you were. Schopenhauer saw it clearly. Love doesn't uplift. It distorts. It blinds. It breaks. You thought the leash was love. It was a lock. Marriage wasn't a promise. It was a prison. You thought you were building a life together. You were carving your own tomb. The ring on her finger wasn't a symbol of love. It was a contract locking you into nature's cold plan: reproduce, provide, endure. Romance was the bait, Obligation is the cage that keeps you trapped. Her affection faded, replaced by expectation. You weren't her lover anymore. You were her servant. Your dreams, your time, your energy all drained to meet her needs. You didn't notice your identity slipping away until it was gone. You thought you were sharing a soul. You were losing one. The man you were bold, clear free, faded into a shadow, chasing her approval, living for her whims. The life of man is of no greater duration than the breath of his nostrils. Schopenhauer, on the suffering of the world, let her demand, let her test, hold the line. A storm that can't shake you will learn to bow. Her tears weren't rain. They were chains binding you with guilt. You told yourself it was noble to sacrifice, to endure her moods, her silences, her subtle control. But nobility was a lie. You weren't growing stronger, you were growing hollow. Schopenhauer's warning is brutal. Marriage isn't a bond. It's a slow death where love curdles into resentment and freedom hardens into a sentence. The chains tightened, and you called it compassion. Her frailty wasn't innocence. It was a blade. Her tears, her silences, her carefully placed wounds, they didn't need strength to cut you. They needed only your instinct to protect. Evolution wired you to shield her. Her vulnerability was a trap, turning your strength into submission. Nature didn't need her to fight, it needed her to disarm you, and she did perfectly. You didn't just love her, you dissolved into her. Your boundaries melted, your convictions bent, reshaped by her quiet control. Her trembling voice wasn't weakness, it was a command you couldn't refuse. You thought you were saving her. You were enslaving yourself. The will didn't need force to conquer you. It used her softness, her need to tighten its grip. Your compassion wasn't strength. It was surrender. She wasn't your orbit. She was your storm, scattering your purpose. You felt it, the guilt, when she cried the weight of her silence. You called it love, but it was control. Schopenhauer's truth is unrelenting. Her power wasn't in force, but in fragility. A well-timed tear was sharper than any sword, and you bled without seeing the wound. The storm passed, but the wreckage remained. Love wasn't a union. It was a battlefield fought with seduction, not steel. You didn't lose to her. You lost to the will, the force that pits men and women against each other. Men and women aren't partners. They're adversaries, their interests misaligned by nature's design. She offered illusion, connection, eternity, but delivered only continuation of the species' cruel cycle. You were worn down, not by betrayal, but by 1,000 compromises you didn't see. You thought you were building love. You were being hollowed out, reshaped by her needs, her storms, her silent wars. The tragedy isn't that she left or stayed, it's that you believed in her. Your conflict was written into life's code. Men seek freedom, women seek control, and you forgot you were fighting. Love wasn't your victory, it was your defeat. True strength isn't chasing her or fixing her. It's standing still, unmoved by her storm, anchored in your own truth. A man who won't bend doesn't break. She wasn't a mirror. She was a maze, and you're still clawing your way out. Schopenhauer's insight is a blade. The war between men and women isn't loud. It's quiet, fought with glances, promises, and expectations. You thought you were her ally. You were her casualty, softened by affection, broken by devotion. You thought she was your salvation. She was your sentence. Schopenhauer's truth cuts like glass. Love is the will's lie, a hallucination to bind you to suffering. Freedom isn't found in her arms or her promises. It's found in walking away, in renouncing the desire that chains you. You didn't lose her. You lost the man you became to keep her. The lie was believing she could complete you when the will only wanted you consumed by her, by nature, by pain. Stop kneeling to her smile. Stop chasing her storm. Stand anchored, not summoned. Detach from the illusion of love and you'll see the trap for what it is, a game you were never meant to win. The only victory is indifference, the refusal to play. Stillness doesn't mean silence, it means sovereignty. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. Nietzsche, Twilight of the Idols. If you've walked through this fire, comment below. No man breaks alone. Dive deeper into unfiltered truths on the Philosoul channel. If this truth cracked something open and you share it, there's a man out there still sleeping, still bleeding. This is where the illusion ends, and something ancient begins.
Thank you for watching. Walk your path with quiet strength.